Now there's a girl that knows how to pour. What's your name?
Stephanie.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're looking at 10 acclaimed films that popular actors appeared in before they were household names.
Marcy, did you drop this?
The Piano, Anna Paquin.
Where's your mother? Where's she gone?
Released at a time when this sort of movie could gross $140 million, The Piano was a phenomenon, winning 3 Academy Awards and introducing the world to a young Anna Paquin. According to critics' year-end list, The Piano was the most acclaimed film of 1993, earning particular praise for its riveting screenplay and the 2 lead performances.
Actually, to tell you the whole truth, Mother says most people speak rubbish, and it's not worth the listen.
Well, that is a strong opinion.
Aye, it's unholy.
Indeed, both Holly Hunter and Anna Paquin took home their respective lead and supporting Oscars, with Paquin becoming the second youngest actor to ever win the coveted trophy. The role launched her career into the stratosphere, with many critics taking note of her emotional maturity and grounded realism.
And when their voices rose for the final bars of the duet, a great bolt of lightning came out of the sky and struck my father so that he lit up like a torch. And at the same moment my father was struck dead, my mother was struck dumb. She never spoke another word.
The Color Purple, Oprah Winfrey.
Now she be a big girl. Mister say he wanna have a look at her. I see them coming way up the road. They just be marching like going to war.
This was not what people were expecting from Steven Spielberg, but it was a very welcome surprise nonetheless. While The Color Purple would prove Whoopi Goldberg's breakout movie, she was already fairly well known, having starred in a Grammy-winning show on Broadway. But who wasn't well known was Oprah Winfrey, who at the time was working as a morning talk show host in Chicago.
All my life I had to fight. I had to fight my daddy, I had to fight my uncles, I had to fight my brothers. Girl child ain't safe in a family man's. But I ain't never thought I had to fight in my own house.
Critics highlighted her emotional range and powerful presence, with Sophia's storyline becoming one of the film's most memorable arcs. Winfrey received an Academy Award nomination for Best Supporting Actress, which was one of the movie's 11. The very next year, she started a little program called The Oprah Winfrey Show. You may have heard of it.
No, you stay right here, Harpo. When you free, me and the baby be waiting.
Wedding Crashers, Bradley Cooper.
John, this is my boyfriend, Zach.
Hey, fella. How you doing?
Hey, it's not all serious dramas. Raunchy comedies can launch careers too. Bradley Cooper had enjoyed a modicum of success by 2005, appearing as Will Tippin on Alias, but he was hardly a household name. And by the time Wedding Crashers premiered, few knew who he was. Well, that certainly changed.
Actually, we started dating while we were doing Habitat for Humanity.
Sure. Pretty soon, we'll be getting married. Yep.
Released at the height of the mid-2000s body craze, Wedding Crashers was enormously popular and earned great reviews, with critics noting its strong performances, sharp script, and surprising sweetness. Cooper himself also drew notice for playing major D-bag Sack Lodge. According to Cooper, the more antagonistic character opened up new career opportunities for him, leading to bigger and better roles and culminating in his breakout performance in The Hangover.
The bachelor party, the whole night, things got out of control and, we lost Doug.
Taxi Driver, Jodie Foster.
I don't like my real name.
Oh, what's your real name?
Iris.
Well, what's wrong with that? That's a nice name.
This young actress got her start on television, starring in various commercials and playing bit characters on a number of shows. But her career changed forever when she was cast as Iris in Taxi Driver. The entire plot hinges around her character, with Iris drawing the sympathetic attention of Travis Bickle and altering his course of action.
Why do you want me to go back to my parents? I mean, they hate me. Why do you think I split in the first place? There ain't nothing there.
Yeah, but you can't live like this. It's a hell. A girl should live at home.
Didn't you ever hear of women's lib?
Not only is Taxi Driver one of the best movies ever made, but Foster's talent was evident from the start. She displayed a profound maturity well beyond her years, easily held her own alongside Robert De Niro. Despite her relatively limited screen time, Foster earned her first of 5 Oscar nominations, hinting at the incredible talent that was about to burst forth.
You know what he told me about you? He calling you names. He called you a little piece of chicken.
He doesn't mean that.
A Nightmare on Elm Street, Johnny Depp.
Forget it, Tina. The point is that everyone has a bad dream once in a while. It's no biggie.
Yeah, next time you have one, just tell yourself that's all it is, right while you're having it, you know? Once you do that, you wake right up. At least it works for me.
While the franchise got rather silly, the original Nightmare on Elm Street is a genuinely great horror film. It's violent and scary, it has a great premise, and Freddy Krueger remains one of the most iconic slashers in movie history. Oh, and Johnny Depp is in it.
Are you crazy? Hit him with what?
You're the jock. You have a baseball bat or something.
Depp was persuaded by Nicolas Cage, yes, the Nicolas Cage, to try acting, and he helped Depp get an audition for Elm Street. He won the role, and the rest is history. The movie was a breakout for Depp, not just because of its popularity, but because his style and good looks attracted the attention of many a girl, leading to his eventual reputation as an 80s teen heartthrob.
Miss Nude America's gonna be on tonight.
Well, how can you hear what she's going to say?
Who cares what she says?
Thelma and Louise, Brad Pitt.
So tell me something, Miss Thelma. How's you ain't got any kids? I mean, God gives you something special. I think you ought to pass it on.
One of the most iconic films of the 90s, Thelma and Louise is an exceptional movie that garnered 6 Oscar nominations. It drew acclaim for its feminist themes, Oscar-winning screenplay, and iconic ending, which everyone knows by now. Gina Davis and Susan Sarandon are also exceptional in the lead roles, with both earning Academy Award nominations.
You're a good friend. You two sweetie the best. How do you like the vacation so far? I guess I went a little crazy, huh?
Really, the entire cast is stacked, with people like Michael Madsen, Harvey Keitel, and a young Brad Pitt filling out the supporting roles. The latter attracted notice for playing JD, a charming drifter who swindles Thelma and Louise out of their cash. Despite being a secondary character, Pitt's performance showcased his natural charisma and beautifully set the stage for his future stardom as a hunky leading man.
You're a real live outlaw, aren't you? Well, I may be an outlaw, darling, but you're the one stealing my heart.
Catch Me If You Can, Various.
Do you notice anything different about me, Doctor?
You got your braces off.
I've been trying to show you all night.
Turns out Steven Spielberg is very good at sourcing out talent and giving them careers. Catch Me If You Can is a magnificent film about con artist Frank Abagnale, and is probably one of Spielberg's most underappreciated efforts. It's stylish, entertaining as heck, and it contains an all-star cast, both known and unknown at the time.
These are the most powerful people in New York City, and they keep peeking over their shoulders, wondering where you're going tonight. Where you going, Frank?
It's amazing how many now famous actors pop up throughout this movie. Amy Adams plays Frank's girlfriend, Ellen Pompeo is a flirty flight attendant, Jennifer Garner is a sex worker, and Elizabeth Banks is, funnily enough, a bank teller. All were either completely unknown or just getting started, and all have gone on to become household names. It's a trip going back and seeing these megastars in bit roles.
Welcome to Miami Mutual Bank. How may I help you?
Out of Sight, Viola Davis.
Moselle Miller?
What do you want?
I'm looking for Maurice.
You find him, tell him the dog got run over. I'm out of grocery money.
Quentin Tarantino released Jackie Brown in 1997, kickstarting a renewed interest in the works of Elmore Leonard. The next year, Steven Soderbergh did Out of Sight, a cat-and-mouse comedy about a bank robber and a U.S. Marshal. It's another fantastic adaptation, with a great story, stylish direction, and that trademark Leonard-esque dialogue.
Brothers in Leavenworth gave me that name.
You're in Leavenworth, huh?
4 time.
Meaning?
Meaning time came, I left.
You busted out.
I prefer to think of it as an exodus from an undesirable place.
It also introduced the world to future EGOT winner Viola Davis, who at the time was working in various off-Broadway productions. Her role is small but impactful, and she delivers a grounded performance that hints at the complex lives affected by the criminal underworld. This was only Davis's second film, and her first credit as a named character, but the incredible talent was already obvious.
He said he stayed with Maurice.
Well, he ain't even here that much. I'd like to know where he goes, but at the same time, I don't want to know, you understand?
Sideways, Sandra Oh.
So what do you think?
Quaffable, but far from transcendent.
I like it. She's great.
This actress wasn't a complete unknown in 2004, having done some work in film and TV, but she was hardly famous. Sideways helped change that. This bittersweet road comedy follows two aimless middle-aged men who take a trip through Santa Barbara wine country. It's regarded as one of the best films of the 2000s, with its performances and Oscar-winning screenplay earning particular acclaim.
And, oh, there's just like the faintest soupçon of like asparagus, and there's just a flutter of like a nutty Edam cheese.
Wow.
Sandra Oh was married to the movie's director, Alexander Payne, at the time, and she appears as Jack's love interest, Stephanie. Oh gives a confident performance, bringing a warmth and humor to the character and nailing the hard-hitting emotional scenes. Just 1 year later, Oh began her stint on Grey's Anatomy, bringing her the fame and attention that she deserved.
I heard every year the attending on call picks the best intern and lets them perform a procedure during the first shift. I'm just saying it's what I heard.
Go away. Now.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
American Graffiti, Richard Dreyfuss, and Harrison Ford.
Now, why don't you shut up, baby? You ain't said one word all night long. What a weird broad. But you're gonna appreciate me soon. You're gonna be hanging on for mercy when I get this sucker rolling.
Sometimes it's hard to remember that George Lucas directed American Graffiti. Despite being known for his revolutionary blockbusters, Lucas also helmed what is genuinely one of the best movies ever made. American Graffiti was nominated for 5 Oscars, including Best Picture, and it's currently preserved in the National Film Registry, signaling its seismic impact on pop culture.
She spoke to me right through the window. I think she said, "I love you." That means nothing to you people? You have no romance, no soul? Someone wants me. Someone roaming the streets wants me. When you turn the corner.
It also kickstarted a number of brilliant careers, including Lucas's. Both Richard Dreyfuss and Harrison Ford shot to fame after American Graffiti, and both stayed close to Lucas throughout their careers. Ford obviously did Star Wars, and Dreyfuss worked extensively with Lucas's creative partner Steven Spielberg. Just imagine going back to 1973 and telling these two what was to come.
Hey, Lori, what in the hell are you doing in there? Is she gonna ride with you?
Mind your own business, John.
Yeah, she's going with me. You take care of yourself, man.
Can you think of any other examples? Let us know in the comments down below.
Do I look like a narc?
Yeah.
I am a narc.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.